What's up, guys? Welcome back to Demo Lab. I'm Clay, your resident pedal field guide, and here's our resident stunt guitarist, William. Always happy to see ya. And we are slowly orbiting above the Earth today in our super secret pedal lab, as always. And we're actually going to show you something that's a little older. It's only a couple years old, though, but it's still by far one of the coolest things that I've come across in a while. This is the Earthquaker Devices Grand Orbiter Phase Vibrato. This thing is a hoss, to say the least. I am such a big fan of this, and it's funny because I'm not a huge fan of phaser too much. It usually just has that really just tinny sound and just doesn't sound good. This thing sounds so vintage, it is not even funny. I love it to death. We've been playing around with it. William, what are your thoughts?
I think it is another expansive tool that Earthquaker has brought as far as they're always, they can get crazy real easy, or, you know, in this particular case, we can get subtle too. As he was mentioning, it is a, you know, vintage style pedal. And as much as it is called a phaser, I like to think of it in a way as a univibe, or at least the controls on it give you that sensation of it being a univibe via the middle switch there, which controls a chorus and the vibrato. The chorus is going to be more lush sounding versus a vibrato is going to be a little more subtle with the effect and can get pitch bending also. And then at the top too, the three-way, you see 1, 2, 3 up there. It has basically like a slow and a fast. That's another dynamic of a univibe type pedal. You see them in some tremolo pedals too, but overall, it's not just a phaser. That's what I'm really trying to say, is that it'll do a lot of other things too.
Most definitely. Something actually I forgot to mention earlier is this is a 4-stage OTA phase, and that doesn't mean a lot to some people, but to some people it's a really big deal. It's what a lot of older vintage phasers are going to be using. The Ross phasers from back in the day, the even more obscure DoD 490 is a 4-stage OTA as well. It just gives you that really lush tone. It's not like your Boss phasers that's just like, it sounds like an airplane just taking off and landing all the time. So it's just got a really just big lush sound. And I love the tone it produces, and I'm not even a phaser guy. Like I love vintage sounds for some reason, but this thing just has it all day. So yeah, let's go ahead and hear some tones, and I'll be controlling the knobs while you be controlling the tunes. Take it away, William. This thing will go there. It will totally go there. Like, I am so just over the moon at how weird this comes with. And that's usually standard territory with a lot of Earthquaker pedals. They will have just awesome tones, but if you just want to take it into space, you totally can. Something I did halfway through that as a switch from 1 to 3. I skipped 2 entirely, and the reason why is 1 and 3 are actually your different speeds. 1 is going to be your slow setting, so I switch it back over here. You can see how this little LED on the side just kind of immediately slows down. So that's a really great thing that they added to the later versions of the Grand Orbiter, and it stays on regardless of whether you turn the pedal on and off. So that's still there to be able to keep your timing, which is great. The middle section right here, number 2, is actually a removal of the LFO that is inside of it. So you get more of a resonant filter sound than you do actually a phase going on. So, but yeah, let's see how that sounds for you.
And I think really to drive it home, because it does seem so subtle at the same time, if you will, maybe start with it off, like the pedal off.
Definitely. That's a good idea. Love that. So it's just got that that little extra oomph to the tone that just really drives it home. It's really great for just for the riffs. You know, if you're looking for something funky, it's definitely that. Just all day. You can just do so much with this pedal. It's so unreal cool.
Yes, I actually want to point out too, doing it or using it with the overdrive. It gives you this nasally kind of sound. Maybe like a wah in a certain position, and the sweep knob will give you that spectrum of a wah. Basically, you just find that nice, range you want. Also similar to maybe your tone knob, but this one again is more like a wah pedal, but nice nasally tone for maybe some lead stuff or something. So let's hear it without.
To space.
Man, I need you on the gig turning these knobs right here.
You can do it's wild. And like you mentioned, it gives you just kind of that wah tone. It's not like a cocked wah sound where it's like way in the back. Those are really cool for fuzzes and everything, but this is awesome for just a really bright lead. It's so wild. But yeah, man, that is the Grand Arbiter. Do you have anything else note-wise you want to add to it before the end of it? Or?
I just want to take it.
Just take it home with us. Well, tell you what, let's play it out on the crazy fast settings. Let's see what works. Guys, thanks again always for showing up and watching these videos. We really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and also make sure to check out our website for all the fun goodies. It's masonmusicrocks.com. Thanks again, guys. Until next time, rock on.
Wow.